Hey everyone, it's me again and welcome to Faith's Finds. If you're new to my channel, welcome to my little corner of the internet. My name is Faith Grenade and I put makeup videos here on YouTube, and you should subscribe and hit that little bell icon down below. It'll notify you every time I upload so you don't miss a minute of this riveting action. I have been getting crazy breakouts lately. Crazy. Like, I fucking breathe near my face and boom. Two little tiny and sores right over there. Today you have stumbled across Faith's Finds, which is usually a haul. I know I've done a lot of hauls recently, but I've been doing some makeup retail therapy. You know, it had been a long ass time since I had bought anything significant in terms of makeup. And of course, as the holiday collections start releasing, there are a few things that catch my eye, so I end up getting them, and then I end up talking about them with you guys, and it's a good time. So most of this stuff I got from, it's kind of an even split between Sephora and Ulta, but I'll talk about the Sephora stuff first, and then I'll talk about Ulta. So in store at Sephora, I picked up quite a few things. First, I picked up this little holiday set from VIB. I can't remember what it's called and I threw the packaging out, but it's this little metal tin. They release one of these every holiday and it comes with 4 of the Amuse Bouche lipsticks. This one comes with the shades Nori, which is a delicious kind of deep burgundy color. That's that one right there. It also comes with Tannin. Tannin is kind of like a richer, more pinky sort of red color. Bright ass red. Then we've got Date. Date is the exclusive to this set, so it's the one color I think in the set that isn't in their permanent line, but Date is gorgeous. It's this classic kind of warm pinky nude. I could definitely see using that a ton. And then finally Sake, and Sake is again part of their permanent line, which is more of like a kind of deep mauve rose color. These colors tend to make me look older than I am, so I tend to avoid them, but it's nice, you know, to have that around, and it's in a mini size, and it's kind of like, when I think about it, I can think of very few lipsticks that I have truly gone through. Like, I can't think of really that many lipsticks that I've used the entire tube, so having minis is a great way to sort of, you know, test out the formula. If you're not familiar with VIB's Amuse Bouche lipsticks, they are some of my favorites right now. Best cream lipstick I have tried ever. They're so comfortable, so smooth. They even last decently well, which for a cream lipstick is really impressive. Next, I got a few of these. These are the Kat Von D Everlasting Glimmer Veil liquid lipsticks. So these are kind of lip toppers. They're like glittery liquid lipsticks. Here they are. I got 3 shades because they were on sale. I believe she's discontinuing these, so I bought 3 of them because they were cheaper than they normally are. I bought the shade Wizard, which is like a deep, it's gonna be really hard to see. It's like this deep gray color. Let me see if I can pull it out. Maybe that'll be a little more helpful. Not really. It's like a deep grayish color with sort of a green undertone to it, likely because of all of the multi-dimensional shimmer in there. Reverb. Reverb is like a deep blue color. There's that one. Nice bright blue. And the last one is Thunderstruck, inspired by their Metal Crush eyeshadows that no longer exist. This one is a bright golden kind of nudie shimmer color. I'm excited to work with these and kind of combine them with the liquid lipsticks and cream lipsticks I have to create new combos, so that's pretty neat. The first Too Faced product that I've bought in a really long time, because I really wasn't about Too Faced for a long time. I thought they were gimmicky and sort of kitschy, and it was just not my thing. They did the forced scarcity thing for a long time with their palettes, which is shitty, but I kept hearing about these Too Faced Melted Matte Liquefied Longwear lipsticks, and I heard from like Emily Noel 83 and the like that they were really, really good, and my friend Taryn bought one and I was like, alright, I guess I'll buy one. So I got the shade Evil Twin, which is like a deep, deep burgundy, near black, but not quite black. This is brand new to me. It's a new formula to me, so I cannot wait to try it out. The color looks delicious. Cannot wait to play around with this. Then I got this. I've actually been, as you guys know, in the market for a concealer, just to cover up, you know, some dark lack of sleep under the eyes and some blemishy situations that I get sometimes because hormones are a bitch. But I wasn't really, you know, that, and when my skin is in really, really good shape, I would love to have just that perfect concealer that matches me really well, that I could just spot conceal in certain areas and head out the door without really having to fuss with it too much. So I ended up picking up the Cover FX Power Play Concealer. This is meant to go with their Power Play foundation, which I heard that that one is matte, and matte products tend to not work so well on me. They tend to make me look really like dry and cakey and gross. I had heard so many good things about this concealer. I got the shade G Light 2, which is Golden Light number 2. That seemed to match most closely to my natural skin tone. It's still a little bit light, but it works great for highlighting under the eyes, that's for sure. I haven't tried it like on its own, just on the face, but I've tried it once or twice now, and it's really nice, guys. It's really nice. Is it going to be like, you know, uber Tarte Shape Tape level coverage? No, but it is decent coverage, and more importantly, it's not super drying. It doesn't make my under eyes look really dry or heavy or cakey the way other concealers tend to. That was my main issue with Tarte Shape Tape, is I hated the way it made my skin look. It was so drying and dehydrating and just like suck the life out of your face. Thus far that I've seen, it hasn't broken me out, but I'll keep you guys posted on that. The only criticism I have of this is the applicator is a little bit much. Like, it's a big like club of an applicator, and it tends to pull out way more product than you actually need. So I'm afraid there could be some product waste there, but other than that, guys, this is really, really nice. So then I got, finally, I had been on the hunt for this in store for so long because I was gonna order it online, and I was like, no, 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 let me wait until it comes in store. I'll just buy it in store. But I waited, and I waited, and I waited, and it never came in store. I could never find it, no matter which massive Sephora I went to. So I ended up picking it up online. This is the Kevyn Aucoin Nude Pop eyeshadow palette. I already have Electro Pop, which they released holiday last year. A lot of you guys who were with me back then remember this. I was addicted to this. I still love it. It's still one of my favorite shimmer palettes of all time. The shimmers in here are so, so unique. They're beautiful formulas, very soft and creamy, very easy to use, very pigmented. Some of my favorite makeup looks I've ever done have come from this palette, so when I heard that they were coming out with a nude version, I had to pick it up. And this one has mattes in it. Oh, look at all those pretty, beautiful, cool toned, plummy, mauvey deliciousness with that big pop of bronze right in the middle. I could definitely see turning this into some beautiful, beautiful natural looks. I could see this being a great bridal palette. I'm seeing some soft shimmers in here, as well as those big bam pow metallics that we love so much. So I cannot wait to dig into this because I've heard really good things about it. And if it's anywhere near as good as the Electro Pop, I have a feeling it's gonna be a new lover of mine. Now I'm gonna move into some of the freebies I got real quick. I did get some point perks recently. I got this Sugar Fresh Beauty sort of duo. One of them is the Rose Deep Hydration Face Cream in a little sample size. I'm always looking for new moisturizers to try. And the main reason I got this point perk is the Sugar Rosé Tinted Lip Treatment. I adore these fresh sugar lip treatments, but they are so expensive. I cannot bring myself to buy a full size. So, and on the rare occasion that I do see these in the Point Perks, I pick one up immediately because they're really, really nice. I just haven't had the balls to be like, yes, I'm going to spend $30 on a lip balm. Let's do this. The other kit I got, this was a 500 point perk, I want to say. This is from Laura Mercier. They came out with a little 500 point perk. It comes with the translucent loose setting powder in translucent in a little mini. It also comes with the lip glacé in Bare Baby, which is like a nude lip gloss. The foundation primer radiance formula, and the matte radiance baked powder in Highlight 01, which I've actually been looking to try for years because it was really, really popular on YouTube at one point, and I kept seeing it and I kept being like, oh my god, that's beautiful. I had it on my loves list on Sephora for a long time. I kept putting it in my cart and taking it out and putting it in and taking it out, and then finally when I saw that they had it on in this little point perk, I dove for it. I had to. So I will finally get to try this. Super excited about that. I'm gonna swatch it real quick. Ooh, it's pretty. So you can barely see that, but whoa, that looks like it's gonna be a beautiful subtle highlight. It's a little pinker than I normally go for, but hey, you never know. The Laura Mercier translucent powder doesn't really work for me, but I do keep it in my kit because it works really well on pretty much everybody else. So that's about it from Sephora, I think I covered everything. So let's move on to Ulta. I went to my local Ulta here where I live, and I found out that they got Juvia's Place in the Ulta store. And I got really excited and I bought every Juvia's Place palette they had in stock at the time that I didn't already have. The only two Juvia's Place palettes that I had before were the Zulu palette and the Masquerade palette. And I bought both of those off of Juvia's Place website, and I loved them. So naturally I wanted to try more, and so try more I shall. I bought 6 Juvia's Place eyeshadow palettes. I know, guys, I don't need more eyeshadow palettes, okay? I know. I probably have close to 100 at this point, but I love eyeshadow palettes. They're what I collect, and I love playing around with new formulas and new colors, and I do really like the Juvia's Place formula. So I'm going to go through all of the palettes that I got. I'm going to try and do everything sort of in order of like when it was released. So I got the original Nubian palette. This was one of the first palettes, I believe, that Juvia's Place released. It's a nice little, you know, warm, neutral palette. I do enjoy that. I like a good everyday palette, especially for the coming travel season when I end up going to, you know, the International Congress of Aesthetics and Spa in Philadelphia and IMATS in New York. And then I, of course, got the sequel to that. I got the Nubian 2. This is one of the large pan eyeshadow palettes. There she is. I am digging this color selection. Love that green, dying over it. You've got some beautiful taupes down here, some beautiful neutral browns, this nice gorgeous highlight shade right here, great on the inner corner. Got this burnt orange, which I'm always a fan of, a nice gold, a pop of blue, nice like goldy bronzy colors, some deep plum. I am down for this. This is definitely going to be more of a companion palette because I'm noticing there's not a ton of like transition shades, at least not for my skin tone, but I have transition shades out the wazizzle, and these were definitely formulated for a deep skin, which I absolutely adore. So I will never complain about that. I can pull transition shades out my ass. I don't care. But the rest of these, the pigmentation is insane and the color story looks really, really gorgeous. Then I got the Saharan palette by Juvia's Place, of course. This one threw me for a loop a little bit in terms of color story. I really didn't know what to make of this. Definitely something I'm probably gonna have to combine with other palettes, just because, I mean, I could come up with a few looks out of just this palette, but I feel like if I combine this with a solid matte palette, like, you know, the Vizart Grand Pro Volume 1, I could definitely crank out infinite looks with this. Kaya, the duochrome shade down here is stunning. You've got a great gold, some rose gold, some bronzes, some solid sort of berry shimmer colors, and then some really cute mattes, some pretty standard mattes, you know, this burnt orange, this tan here, and a black, and then this bright pop of coral, which kind of threw me off. I was like, what am I supposed to do with that? But that's part of what I love about like odd color combos, is it really pushes you out of your comfort zone and it encourages you to kind of think harder about the colors that you're putting together. Another one I got is the Magic Mini. I love that Juvia's Place sells mini versions of their palettes because they're cheaper and they're an alternative to people who wouldn't necessarily go through an entire huge pan of eyeshadow in a palette. So I love the more affordable alternatives, and y'all, this one is speaking to me. I mean, the deep blue, the deep purple, sweet mother of holy Jesus, those colors are gorgeous. You've got this amazing Fasco color that's like a blue purple duochrome. Love that. Some really gorgeous silvers in here. Again, the classic Juvia's Place burnt orange and, you know, mid-tone tan. You've got this coral color, which kind of reminds me of the coral color in the Saharan. Are they the same? Not quite. One of them is more on the pink side and the other one is more on the orange side. So they are different, but this palette does kind of remind me of the Saharan a little bit in some ways, but these blues and purples down here are like, and silvers and greens are just like crying out to me. I've been looking for this palette for a long time, but it's constantly out of stock on Juvia's Place's website, so I was really excited to see that. Then I got two of the newest palettes that they've come out with. The Afrique by Juvia's Place. This color story, like, good God. Like, look at this packaging, first of all. This harkens back to, you know, me, my childhood, and my mom telling me stories about her and my dad's adventures in Africa. They lived in Kenya for a while, so it really takes me straight back to that, to making presentations in my elementary school about my parents' adventures in Africa. But this color story is so gorgeous. Look at these bright fucking matte shades up here. Like, holy cow, I barely touched that. Like, I accidentally touched it and it's like pigment out the wazoo. But we got this bright ass yellow. We've got a, you know, bright grassy green, that burnt orange shade that is in every Juvia's Place palette ever, but this one's a lot more vibrant than the last two. And then this bright cobalt blue. I love me some bright vibrant colors, you guys know that. We've got a really solid transition shade over here in Kisi, and then down over here this beautiful, beautiful, nice warm brown. I could see this being so versatile, even just used on its own. You've got a solid shimmery red. You've got Bintu, which is a nice burgundy. I could definitely see using the living hell out of this, to be totally honest. Really gorgeous color story there. Warrior, which I believe is Juvia's Place's most recent palette, although I believe they've also come out with a Warrior 2 now. She's just cranking them out like crazy, so I can barely keep up. But this is the Warrior 1. I believe they have a Warrior 2, as I said. Really beautiful metallic gold packaging, although that makes it harder for me to see the true colors and show them on camera. But this is gorgeous! Look at all of that! You've got three really solid matte shades here, nice big pans, of course, and then you've got all of these shimmers. And the cool part about something like this is you could pull together so many different looks just based on the combination of these three mattes, and then any one of these shimmers could change the look completely. Like, if I do these three mattes and then this like cool taupey bronze shade up here, it's gonna look completely different than if I do the same three mattes in the crease and use this warmer bronze or this gold or this coppery color. You know, it's such a variety of different, really solid kind of earth-toned looks from a simple 9-pan palette. So there you go, guys. That's pretty much it for the haul today. I know it's a lot of makeup, but I adore makeup. I collect it, I play around with it when I can, when it doesn't break me out like crazy. But anyway, I cannot wait to try all of these palettes out for you guys and try all of these products out. If there is an item in here that you were dying to see a dedicated review video for, let me know in the comments. I promise I do read everything. I know somebody requested that I review the Sugar Pill Liquid Lipstick from the Oh Honey collection, so even though that's kind of dated, that will be on the docket here to do very soon. I just haven't really had, like, between being super busy with my business and with traveling and with all of the other stuff that's been going on in my personal life, I haven't really had a ton of reason to put makeup on recently. So I haven't, because as you guys know, I am very breakout prone, so I am the makeup artist who can't wear makeup all the time, because I will break out even if I'm not using comedogenic products. I don't know what it is, my skin just flips out when anything gets put on it, so you know, I tend not to wear makeup unless I have a really compelling reason to, like I'm going somewhere that day or what have you. But I am going to try to test all of these out. If there's something you want me to test out first, please let me know, because then I know that, okay, you know, if I'm gonna be doing my makeup on the rare occasion that I do my makeup, this is what I need to be using. As you guys are watching this, I will be in Pennsylvania visiting family for the weekend, so just to give you an idea of how crazy my life is. I'm gonna go visit fam in Pennsylvania and check in on them, and so if I'm not super active on the comments or the metadata gets a little delayed, you guys will have to forgive me. I'm super, super busy in my, you know, real waking world muggle life. Without further ado, I hope you guys found this video helpful, informative, or entertaining. If you did, there's a button for that. Spank that like button in the butt, you know it deserves it. And if you want to see more from me, you've got a couple options now. You can click the videos on either side of my head to binge if you're bored or bummed out, or hey, you can hit that button that looks like my face and subscribe and become a member of the faithful today. I put out new videos every Sunday. Thank you guys so much for watching and joining me today, and I will see you in the next video. Toodles!